Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me yet, my name's Agum, and for today's video I just thought I'd do it's not a simple look, so I'm probably gonna call this a simple glam type of look, not just your simple everyday looks. I'll just call it like probably like a simple glam look or something. But yeah, I just decided to do an updated tutorial on how I beat my face now, since I haven't done one in a really long time. So if you want to see how I got this look right here, be sure to keep watching. And if you haven't already, be sure to follow me on all my socials, and be sure to subscribe down below. The most important step is to make sure you're starting with a clean base. So I've already washed my face and I'm just using my Neutrogena Hydro something. But anyways, I'll put it right there. And then I just go in with my Benzac moisturizer. I got this online and it's really good if you have like combination skin. So I just apply that as I would any moisturizer. Next, I'm just gonna start by using my MAC brow pencil just to fill in my eyebrows. And I really like this brown because it's not too dark, but it's not too light. Like, it's the perfect like shade for my skin tone. And it lasts with me a really long time. So if you're dark skin trying to find like the perfect shade eyebrow pencil, I think this is the one you should go to. So now I'm just filling in my eyebrows gently. I'm not using like too much force on my hands. I'm just lightly filling them in, and I'm starting from the tail part, as you can see, and making my way towards the front because I want my front looking a bit natural, not too harsh or anything. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. As you can see, I've just gone ahead and done my other eyebrow, and now I'm going to be using my Estee Lauder. This is actually a travel size foundation, but I use it as concealer. So yeah, I'm just going to be using my Estee Lauder concealer and just a flat brush to just go ahead and clean my eyebrows, shape them. And guys, please, please, please stop using shades that are like 4 times lighter than your concealer. Like, we don't need that. So as you can see, like the one I'm using right now is not even any lighter than my actual skin tone. Now for concealing the top, I am using a concealer that's a bit lighter than what I used on my eyelids, but you can still tell it's not as light. Like, it's not, I think it's like 2 shades lighter than I am. It's not anything that's gonna still be there. Like, I'm brushing it out now and it's easy to brush out, and that's how it should be. It shouldn't be too light. Your eyebrows shouldn't look like they're floating on your face. That's all. So yeah, I'm just using a fluffy brush that I think I got this from just Target or something, just to blend the concealer out around my eyebrows. Now I'm just going to be using my Laura Mercier concealer, and I'm just going to apply that on my eyelids as a base for my eyeshadow. And I never do eyeshadow without a base. I don't know how people can do eyeshadow with no base. But yeah, I really love this concealer because it's really easy to blend out and it's really easy to set. Like, when you're setting it, you don't even need to use that much powder. Next, I'm just going to use my Real Techniques buffing brush to just buff it all out. Make sure it's blended on my eyelids evenly. And this is a really good brush for blending. And I also use this brush for loose powder sometimes, because it just works. So to be honest, you just use whatever works for you. Now I'm just going to use my Kat Von D setting powder. And to be honest, I was really skeptical about using this for the first time, but I actually recommend it. It's pretty good. So I'm just going to use this on my eyelids just to set the concealer. I look so crazy right now with just powder all over my face, but you know the vibe, we're not finished yet. I don't know why I look so confused, but I'm just going to be using the dark contour shade from the Morph contour and highlight palette, and I think this is number 2. And I'm just going to use that to just brush off any excess powder and just make the color a bit more neutral, not too like, not too white. Stay strong up the peace sign. With this Morph palette, it doesn't actually have names for the colors, so I've just put all the colors that I used just down below on the side. So yeah, I just went in with an orange color first as a transition color, and I just applied that all over my lid pretty much. And most of the brushes that I'm using for my eyes are all from the Morph and Jacqueline Hill collection, I'm pretty sure. Now I'm just going in with a darker shade of orange just to define my crease just a little bit more. And all the colors that I'm using are from the Morph X James Charles palette. Now I'm just going back with the same brush that I used to apply the first shade of orange, just to blend everything together, make sure there's no harsh lines or anything. Now to define my cut crease even more, I'm going in with a dark maroon red type of color and just applying that into my crease. Nobody likes any harsh lines, so I'm just going back in with the same brush that I used for the red and just blending the two colors together, making sure there's no harsh lines. Now I'm just going to go back in using my Laura Mercier concealer and just a flat brush from, it can be from anywhere, and I'm going to somewhat cut the crease, and I'm just going to use that as a base for a different shade that I'm about to put on top. So I'm not cutting it all the way, like I'm not doing an actual cut crease, but I will be just cutting half of the crease. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other eye, and after cutting the crease, I'm gonna use the white shade from the same palette that I've been using just to make sure I set the concealer. Now I'm just going to go in with my eyeliner. This is just from Kmart. You can find this in Target, Kohl's even. So I'm just going to go ahead and do my eyeliner. It's not going to be anything dramatic because personally I don't do dramatic eyeliner. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do my eyeliner. Now I'm just going to go ahead and finish the other eye off camera and put on my eyelashes. These are probably the most dramatic eyelashes I've ever worn. But anyways, I'm just going to be using my mauve primer, and I'm just going to apply that as you would any other primer. And today I'm going to be using my favorite foundation. It's by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This does have a pretty orange tone to it, so you wouldn't want to apply too much at once. It's a foundation where you just have to build the coverage, to be honest, but I absolutely love it. It goes well with my skin, and it's just great. As you can see, I'm just using my mauve buffing brush to just buff it out. And like I said, it's one where you just have to build the coverage. So after this, I'm going to put another layer of my foundation. And I'm just going to build that and blend until I'm satisfied. And guys, you guys don't know how much I can't stress enough. Please blend out the concealer on top of your eyebrows. Like it doesn't need to be way lighter than the actual foundation. So you can see here I'm just really focusing on it, trying to blend that all out. But please make sure to blend it. It's 2020. We can't have floating eyebrows. Just like I mentioned before, I'm going to use my Laura Mercier concealer just to conceal underneath my eyes, under my chin, my nose, and my forehead. And I also like to conceal just under my contour, but I don't like to use the same shade as I do underneath my eyes just because it's too light. So I'm just going to use the Estee Lauder concealer that I used just to conceal the top of my eyebrows before. Now I'm just going to go in with the Real Techniques buffing brush once again. I love this brush. I can use it for anything and everything. So yeah, I'm just going to use that brush to just buff out everywhere that I've highlighted. Well, concealed, whatever, yeah. Now I'm just going to go in with a different Real Techniques brush and my Kat Von D setting powder. And I'm just going to go set everywhere that I've just concealed. So here I'm just going to go in with the two brown shades from the Morph X Jaclyn Hill palette. But the brush that I used, I didn't know already had like a really dark, I don't know, somebody used something dark on it. So my contour was a bit too dark. But to fix that, I just used my normal face powder, just a MAC one, and a brush. And I just had to blend that out properly because sis was not looking cute. And to remove all the excess loose powder, I'm just going to use my normal powder brush and my MAC powder to just go in and just softly brush over it. Now I'm just going to use a small fluffy brush, just like an eyeshadow brush, and the same brown, this flyer was so annoying, but yeah, and the same brown shade that I used to contour, but this I'm going to make sure the brush is clean. And I'm just going to go ahead and contour the bridge of my nose. Now I'm just going to use those two blush shades that I've circled just to bring like life back into my face, and I'm just going to use that by using a small tapered brush. One of the things I like to do is just apply a dark brown eyeshadow to under my eyes, so that's what I'm just gonna do now. I don't know, I never use any other colors. I just feel like the dark colors just look so much nicer. And just to finish off my eye look, I'm just going to apply mascara to my bottom lashes. From the same palette I used to apply blush, I'm just going to use the highlight shade on the top left corner, and I'm just going to use just a small brush to apply that. Lastly, I'm just going to use this shimmery bluish aquish type of color just to apply that into the inner corner of my eyes. And just to do that, I'm going to get a really small brush, and I'm just going to apply that to the inner corner of my eyes. And here is the final look. So I just went and put on some lip gloss and lined my lips with a brown lip liner. But apart from that, this is the final look. I think I look pretty cute. Thank you so much for watching it till the end. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And don't hesitate to comment down below any other videos you would like me to do in the future. Thank you for watching.